Morphology. Morphology also we have discussed in your previous class. Morphology again is one of the major and the most important fields of linguistics. Morphology is the study of words, how they are formed, and their relationship to other words in the same language. And I must say that you have been studying morphology since your school days, because you have been studying word formation, say prefixes and suffixes, and even like your teacher would make you play word buildings and all games like that. They are in fact a part of morphology activities. So morphology is the study of words, how they are formed, and their relationship to other words in the same language. It analyzes the structure of words and parts of words, such as the stems, root words, prefixes, and suffixes. So morphology studies the formation of words, how words are formed. I hope you remember bound morphemes and free morphemes. So that all come under morphology. Laconically, it is the study of word structure. Laconically means, if we say precisely and briefly, precisely means accurately, and so don't be confused. Precisely doesn't have anything to do with small. Concise is the word which we use for briefly. So laconically means concisely or say briefly. It is the study of word structure. It's the study of word structure, that is word formation. There are two main structures, free and bound. Free morphemes can occur alone. This is obvious. Free, that's why they are free. They can stand on their own, so they are called as free morphemes. Free morphemes can occur alone, whereas bound morphemes cannot. For example, in the word manly, man is a free morpheme because it can occur alone, and ly is a bound morpheme. Okay, this is simple. You can take any other word like friendly. Friend is a free morpheme, and ly is a bound morpheme because it cannot occur on its own. It cannot have an independent existence. And another word you may have, for example, say friendship. Friend again is a free morpheme, and ship is a bound morpheme. Ship cannot occur alone. Here ship doesn't mean ship, okay, ship that you see in the sea and all. Here ship is a suffix. So we are talking about ship as a suffix. It cannot occur alone. It doesn't have any meaning. It is a bound morpheme because it cannot stand alone. It requires another morpheme to form a meaningful independent verb. Bound morphemes require other morphemes, other free morphemes, that means, to form a meaningful independent words. So what do we notice here? That free morphemes can have their independent existence, they can occur alone, whereas bound morphemes cannot, because they do not have an independent existence. They are meaningless without a free morpheme. They have to be clubbed with a free morpheme to have a meaning. Is it fine? Okay. When we talk about words, there are two groups. Lexical words are also called as content words, and functional or say grammatical words. So lexical words are called as content words, and functional words are called as grammatical words. Lexical words are called open class words and include nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Just try to understand. Although I have written this in bold letters, that is why, because it's very important for you to note down. Lexical words are called open class words and include noun. Open class means new words can be added to them. That's why they are open. Means the entry is free there. New words can be added to these words, to nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Verbs, rarely include verbs, like yes, we do not usually make new verbs. Nouns, yes, we can have a number of, we can have adjectives also, but verbs, we seldom do we see like words, new verbs are added in a language. Anyway, they are also a part of open class words. Lexical words continue increasing. Lexical, that means open class words, they continue increasing as new words can regularly be added to this group. Now, there are different ways of adding new words to a language. For example, they can be added through borrowing, they can be added through clipping, compounding. There are different ways of forming words, You've read it in morphology: clipping, compounding, borrowing, conversion, different kind of, formation of words. So they can be regularly added to this group. Functional words or closed class words. See, this is self-explanatory, and the phrase closed class words means entry is not free here. Functional words or closed class words are conjunctions, prepositions. And conjunctions are and, or, and all. Prepositions: about, above, under. Articles: a and the. And pronouns. Pronouns, words which are used in place of nouns like he, she, it. So they are closed class words. New words cannot be added to them. You cannot have new conjunctions, or you cannot have new prepositions, you cannot have new articles, you cannot have new pronouns. Like, since our childhood we have been we have been studying the same articles, a and the, okay, or determinants any and some, and pronouns he, she, it, and prepositions just a few, and conjunctions just a few. So they remain just the same. There's hardly any change, there's hardly any increase. As far as open class words are concerned, or say lexical words are concerned, we have so many words now which we did not have in our childhood. Did you have computer? No. Did you have mouse? No. Like, I'm quoting words from the things which are there around me. Did you have LED? Did you have like say marker, highlighter, means the way they are used, or hard disk, soft disk, or things like that, chip, like all those words which which are associated with computer, or say new fields of study, even linguistics, and like phonology, pragmatics, and all. These words, they have been newly added to English language. They weren't there, or even if they were there, they were not used in the same way they are used now. For example, like I have a mouse there in my hand. Mouse didn't have the same meaning in say Elizabethan age or Chaucerian age. Mouse was just a reptile in their times, a rodent, whereas it is a tool, an important tool of computer, isn't that so? So functional words are closed words, and they are conjunctions, prepositions, articles, and pronouns, and new words can be added to this class, and new words cannot be added to this class. Okay, cannot be added to this class, or are seldom added, very rarely added, I must say. Okay, very rarely added, seldom added.